Hey guys, what's up? It's Anna Louise, and today I'm doing another storytime video, which I'm really excited about, and literally I love making storytime videos. I have literally so many ideas for storytime videos in the future, and so yeah, today's storytime, as you can tell by the title, is about how my school has screwed me over, basically, and my friends. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and begin this story time. So basically, if you guys haven't been watching my channel for a while, like if this is your first time, basically I'm going to college to be a elementary school teacher. And that's something that I've always wanted to do. Like I'm so excited for it, happy for it, everything. Basically I'm at a college right now. It's a community college, so I will go 2 years and then another 2 years at a different college to get my degree. So it's not like a university where you go like all of your years. It's like a split up kind of thing. And so basically right now I'm in my second year at the college that I'm at, and I'm about to graduate basically in May. I have 4 classes left, and so far everything's been going like pretty well. And honestly, I had not the best high school experience. I hated high school like so much. You have no idea. So many bad, annoying things happened in high school, and I could not wait to get out and get in another setting. So I was like, college is going to be so much better. Like, all the crap that happened in high school isn't going to happen in college, because college is college. Like, it's another level from high school. So basically, the first year of college went like pretty well. Like, really nothing much happened. And then now this second year, some very stupid stuff has been happening recently that has just really been messing me up, and now they just completely went over the line with everything. And so that's what I'm going to be telling you guys about. So basically the semesters are like put up into two. Like you have your fall semester and your spring semester. Your fall semester goes from the end of August to the very beginning of December, and then your spring semester goes from like after the very first of the year till May. So right now it's time to sign up for the spring semester, and here's where it just starts getting annoying. So first of all, this school literally does not tell us anything about when things are due. Now, if you don't meet these deadlines, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you can not be able to get in your classes. Like, the classes will be full. You can get kicked out of financial aid and all this stuff that's kind of so you can get kicked out of financial help and everything like that, and it's really serious stuff. But the people at this college, they do not send you emails, they do not send you alerts, they do not tell you when anything is due. And literally, I found out 3 days before we were supposed to sign up for classes that we were supposed to sign up for classes. There was no email. Even my college has a text alert system. I haven't gotten one text from this text alert system in the 2 years I've been out there. So you're supposed to get text alerts and all the other things to sign up for classes, meet your deadlines. If the weather's bad and they're canceling it, whatever. And I've not gotten one thing from that. And there's supposed to be flyers, everything. So I found out 3 days before the classes are supposed to be scheduled that they're supposed to be scheduled. So I go to put my classes on and everything. I prefer online classes more than in school, but some have to be in school, so I normally switch them up. And so I go to do the classes, everything's fine. There's this one class that I have to take that's going to be extremely hard. And I've heard most people become really close to failing it because the teacher, they can't ever understand what he says. He talks fast, he can barely speak English. He is not fluent, I guess, and he's really hard, and he doesn't explain things or teach things. So I'm freaking out because I have a lot of health problems anyway, and stress just makes them totally worse. And so I'm freaking out about this class, and I know I have to take it. So me and my friends signed up for it, and then the other classes I'm not too worried about. So that's all signed up for. But basically, I'm already mad that there's no alerts or anything that told us that we need to sign up for this class. And first of all, they told us the date wrong. Like 5 different faculty members at that school told all of us like different dates for turning in the schedules. So where thought I was like 3 days early, it turns out it doesn't even have to be turned in until the 6th, which is when this video will be going up. But so that's like one thing that's completely messed up. The second thing that's completely messed up are the teachers there, because literally I've had some crazy professors, like literally crazy. One of them, like literally, whenever the presidential election was going on last year, he would come in and spend the whole class like ranting about Trump and like yelling about him, and he would get in fights with these students. Like, I mean fights, like literal, well not physical fights, but like yelling fights with students in my class. And it was crazy. Like we wouldn't even get stuff done in a class period because he'd be fighting. And then after the election, like he came in and he was crying, like literally crying about Trump winning, and like it was just like he was to the extreme. And then he would also be talking about like guns in the schools and everything, and I'm not like getting into any of that because it's all so controversial. I'm basically just like telling like how basically he's supposed to be teaching us, but he gets into personal things and arguments with students. Well, he came in crying and like totally flipping out. And then after that, after his little crying spell, we started talking about like guns and stuff in the classrooms. And then he was basically like going off and talking about, well, like if I could just be like, oh, you got a bad grade, I'm gonna go shoot you. Like, how is a professor allowed to be like, I'm gonna shoot you to his students? Like, that's literally what he was doing. Because he's like, I could be like, oh, that's a bad grade, so, and I'm like, oh. Like me and my friends were literally laughing so hard. Like, what in the world is his problem? He could get in so much trouble for that. And that's literally a lot of the teachers. Even like one of my other teachers, I'm just trying to be really discreet. In a different class I had, he'd gotten so much trouble for like harassment and different things, like people reporting him, but the officials at the school do nothing about it, like nothing at all. And so like all these teachers are crazy and they're getting away with things, and I thought honestly that college would be so much better about this, but it's not. And then not to mention a teacher that I have right now, she's like extremely bad and rude, and she makes tests hard. Like she's lied to my class so many times about like, oh, you don't need to study for this, like I'm not going to be putting this on a test, like there's no need for you to know this person's name. And then we go on the test and like the questions are, who wrote this blah 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 story? And so yeah, she like lies to us for the fun of it. And oh my god, the tests are so hard. And then I'm just like, girl, that looks bad on you. Like, why are you doing this? And it's really hard and frustrating, and with my health it just does not help it. So you have like that, and then if you even try to ask a question, she will freaking make fun of you like completely. Like I asked her a question one time about bats, about being like ravenous or whatever, or having like rabies and stuff, and she just looked at me and laughed in my face, and I'm just like, it's a question. I really don't understand your thought process. But anyway, so she's like super rude. Like there's so many professors out there that they just have no business being out there, and I don't like care how much you complain, like nothing is gonna happen. So basically that's like the first like part of this rant. It's not like the biggest thing. So now we're gonna go to the second biggest thing, which basically the second and the third could be tied. But the second thing is like the end of the fall semester before the spring semester, when you're supposed to graduate, you have to fill out this form. It's called like an intent to graduate form that basically states, hey, I've done what I'm supposed to do, I have this many classes left, like I'm ready to graduate. And like you fill out your cap and gown form and all that. So that's another thing. No one told us this had to be filled out. So if you don't fill it out, you don't get to go. Like the girl who told my friends about this, she like overheard it from just like some person. So, and the person who told her, by the way, got the date wrong about like when it had to be turned in. So we don't get to know any of it. And then whenever we get the form to turn it in, you have to print like out this thing that like shows your progress, right? And I don't know like much about all this stuff, so I'm like, okay, I'll do what I'm supposed to do. But like if I am supposed to like know stuff like in detail, I don't. I just basically do what I am told to do, and then that's it. Like I'm clueless. So we filled it out. One of my other friends had already turned the paper in, and so hers was in, but my other friend hadn't. So we had this like form filled out. We were trying to find people to sign this form. We walked like all over that freaking campus trying to get someone just to sign it for us because no one would sign it for us. And so we finally get somebody to sign it for us, and then she's like, I can't sign this. And we're like, why? And she basically said that the progress showed us it only being at 40 and 35%. Yeah. And I was like, that's wrong. I literally only have 4 classes left. And that's actually under the amount that normal people have. Like most people have like 5 left, so you can like either take 5 or 4. And she was like, I can't sign this. They're not going to let you graduate. Like, no. And I was wanting to scream because I was having like a hard time to get someone to sign this. And then they messed it up. Not only did they mess mine up, but they messed both my friends up. And my one friend had already turned it in, and for some reason they accepted hers at 35%. So if she wouldn't have went with us, then like she would have just thought hers would have been like, you know, fine, and then she would have been messed up and not been able to graduate. So these people do not have their priorities in check. Like they don't know what they're doing. So this lady got it like all figured out for us, and everything's fine with that now, but that's like a really big deal. And like you're a college, like I feel like the school systems are so messed up, it sucks. So that's messed up. And then for the very last thing that set me off that I found out last night, this one class that I have to take to graduate, that I said was supposed to be really hard, where the teacher doesn't really speak good English and everything, and like you can't understand him, and he doesn't teach, and he's just like, let me write all these equations on the board and you just do it. Basically, we had already filled out to take this class like on our little schedule, and then all of a sudden my college, my campus, dropped that class. They just got rid of it. They just got rid of it. And I need that class to graduate. Like, what? And this is literally, it was yesterday was Saturday. It's Sunday. It's the weekend. No one's out there. And they just dropped it. So I was freaking out. And so me and my friends were like looking like, what are we supposed to do? My college actually has a couple campuses like in other like cities within my state, so they're quite a ways away from like our town. And so my friend was looking, and there was one other class offered at a different campus, like around an hour away from us at night in the winter. And here in Tennessee, which is where I live, like the weather gets bad, like it snows, everything, there's icy roads, and this town, like I live in a small country town, well this town is like the same as mine, but it's even more like country, like we're more of a city, but it's like back roads with like no lights or anything, so that's like really dangerous roads in winter at night. We were so mad like that they would just randomly drop that and then force us to go that far away in the winter at nighttime for a class that lasts like, let's see, like 4 hours, a 4-hour class. And it's just like so frustrating. So we don't really know what to do, and I'm getting so tired of it. Like I have 1 semester left, so I'm just really hoping something gets worked out. Me and my friends were like, we're gonna go in there and be like, what are you doing? And they better get it straightened out. But I really don't think they're gonna get it straightened out. So it's so frustrating, and yeah. So basically, you guys, that's it. I'm just mad, and I'm gonna have to go in the pitch black dark in the wintertime, like almost an hour away, out in the middle of nowhere, for a class at night. So isn't that just great? But anyway, you guys, that's it, and this was more of like a low-key, like a low-down kind of story time. It wasn't something like super crazy. It's just something that really made me mad, and I thought I would share it with you guys. So yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, if I can talk, and subscribe, which you can do by hitting my face right here, and you can click on another one of my videos right here, which that would mean the world to me. And I hope you have a great day or night or whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in my next video.